the question, it tells us that, okay, there's a word subtract on top. Just that I didn't manage to take the photo here. In the question here, it means subtract. Okay, or there's a word that says subtract. So I'm supposed to subtract 2x cubed plus 7x squared minus 4x minus 3 from the sum of 17x cubed minus 12x plus 11 and x cubed plus 5. So the word sum will tell you that you are doing a plus, subtract will tell you that you're doing a minus. So what's happening is you are adding this portion and this portion together, 17x cubed minus 12x plus 11 added to x cubed plus 5. After that, you are going to subtract 2x cubed plus 7x squared minus 4x minus 13 from the sum of these two guys over here. Okay, so if I take basically 17x cubed minus 12x plus 11, okay, just take note, to be safe, right, we always use a bracket, okay, to show that because we are adding the two expressions together, it's safer for us to use a bracket all the time. If you were to use a minus sign especially, that will be even more useful when you have a bracket. So I'm going to subtract my whole expression here, 2x cubed plus 7x squared minus 4x minus 13. So take note that we are subtracting the entire expression from the sum of these two guys. Subtracting this from the sum of these two guys. You read in English, but you think in math, this is what it sounds like. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, any school, and when you minus, remember to put a bracket. Okay, otherwise you're not subtracting the entire thing. You're only subtracting one of it. Okay, you have to subtract the entire expression here. Then with that, once you have this from the question, then you can start to remove the bracket slowly. When you remove the bracket, take note of your manipulation. Be careful not to mix up the signs. Okay, so once we remove the brackets one by one, 17x cubed minus 12x plus 11 plus x cubed plus 5, okay, minus, okay, so you can see minus 2x cubed. If there's a minus sign outside, just treat it as though it's like a negative 1. Negative 1 times positive 7x squared, this is minus 7x squared. Negative 1 to negative 4x, that's a positive 4x. Negative 1 to negative 13, that's a positive 13. Okay, so only when in this state you are so-called safe to proceed to combine your like terms together. So just take note that you must be very careful to use brackets when you are doing questions like this. Okay, whatever you're asked to subtract, whatever you're asked to add, put a bracket around it first before you remove the brackets. Okay, can So from here, we look at our like terms. First is x cubed. Now all those with the same variable brought to the same power, those are our like terms. Okay, those are our like terms. You can see that x cubed is here, 17 x cubed plus x cubed plus, if I plus x cubed, it's like I'm adding 1 of x cubed. 17x cubed plus 1 of x cubed, that will give me 18. 18x cubed, I minus off another 2x cubed, that's like 18 minus 2. This will give you a total of 16x cubed. Okay, it's like I take 17 apples plus 1 apple, that will give me 18. 18 take away another 2, I have 16 apples left. Okay, so next I look at whatever like terms I have. Okay, if I look at in after x cubed, I can look at x squared. Seems like x squared is the only one, there's no other like terms, so it's just minus 7x squared. Next one, maybe using green color, I look for x. Okay, so I go for x. I can see a minus 12x. I can see a 4, so let me put them together. So if I have a minus 12 plus 4, minus 12 plus 4, I owe you $12, I add back $4, that will give you minus 8x. Right, minus 12 plus 4 is like, okay, you have 8x. Okay, last but not least, let's look for the constants. I mean, the constants are left behind. There's a positive 11, there's a 5, there's a 13. So now we add them together. 11 plus 5, that gives you 16. 16 plus 13, that gives you 29. And your final answer is just 29. Okay, so this is the final answer for question 10b. So take note that, I mean, the first most difficult part is, of course, how to form the brackets. Okay, sum of these two minus the entire sum. But a lot of people may forget to put the bracket here. End up you're not subtracting the whole portion, you're only subtracting the 2x cubed. Everything else becomes messy. Step number 2, combine the like terms. If you see what I did here first, I always make sure that I'm very clear each term, is it a positive or is it a negative. Positive, negative, I add them together. Same variable brought to the same power, then that's why I combine together. Okay, it must be the same variable brought to the same power. If it's 4x and x cubed, we cannot combine. Okay, they are not like terms. Like terms in this example here is only if they are both x, they are both x squared, they are both constant, or they are both coefficient of x cubed. Then we can combine. Okay, can thank you.